The gentleman that you are about to meet has come all the way here from Puerto Rico. This is his second time joining us. We enjoyed him so much the first time, we decided to invite him back. Now, he has performed all over the world, and he's performed some amazing large stunts, things that are too big to fit onto this stage. He has the Guinness World Record for the fastest escape from a straitjacket, for example. He's also made giant structures vanish on television for Puerto Rico. He did also have his own show in Las Vegas, and he has brought some of his favorite magic that he can perform right here for you right now. Please welcome Reynold Alexander. Hey, Reynold.
Thank you. A long time ago, at the far distant land of China, this old teacher pulled out his blackboard and said to his students, today's lesson, we're going to talk about creativity, imagination. See, imagination is the foundation of life, inspires creativity, motivates living. The teacher reached down to his pocket and he pulled out an object. He asked one of his students, "What do I hold in my hand?" And he responded, "Piece of chalk." Piece of chalk. Later he asked, "What color is the chalk?" And he responded, "White." White. A white piece of chalk. But if I imagine the chalk is, for instance, yellow, I can make it write yellow just by thinking about it, if I really believe. And the teacher proceeded to write on the blackboard. The students were confused. They had no idea what was going on. Then the teacher said, "Now, if I imagine the chalk is green, I can also make it write green, just by thinking about it, if I really believe." And once again, the teacher wrote on the blackboard. The students had no idea what was going on. Finally, the teacher asked one of his students to name his favorite color, and he said, "Blue." Red. Good. And the teacher wrote on the blackboard. He put the chalk back into his pocket, and he said, "There you have it. Just by thinking about it, I just made a white piece of chalk to write yellow, red, and green." The students were skeptic. They thought it was all part of a joke, a big hoax. And they demanded the teacher to show up the blackboard, which gracefully he did. Actually, he wrote yellow, red, and green. Oh, no. I know what you're thinking. Just like the students, you're making fun of the teacher. See, the students thought he was just an old man trying to make fun of the kids, which already they knew better. The teacher apologized. While looking down, he said, "I'm sorry because I lied." Today's lesson is not about imagination at all. It's about respect. See, wisdom comes with age. The devil is not wise for being the devil. He's wise because he's old. I want you to keep in mind that I taught you everything you know, but not everything I know. And if I tell you that chalk wrote yellow, red, and green, in fact, indeed, that chalk wrote yellow, red, and green. Thank you. Good evening. My name is Reynold Alexander. I am from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is a small island in the Caribbean. It's only 100 miles times 35 miles. That's it. That's all we have. If you look Puerto Rico in a world map, you know the maps, they have a dot and then the name of the country. The dot is bigger than the island. Can you say Puerto Rico? Puerto Rico. See, and then they say, "I'm the one with the accent." Well, I'm very happy to be here at P3, Penguin Magic Studios, and I want to mention this is a very interactive show. I'll use people from the audience. If I ask you to help me out, please don't be shy to come on stage. I do not make fun of my volunteers. I treat them with respect. Also, the people that are used from the audience are real, genuine spectators. I do not use actors or plants. Nothing was rehearsed beforehand with anybody here. Everything is real and on the spot. That being said, you guys ready to start? Yes. Well, the success of the show depends on the energy of my audience. You guys ready to start? Yes. That's much better. That being said, I want to mention I have a nice wine goblet. For you guys at home, I had a goblet. It had a mishap before the show.
To aim at the panes of glass, not at Evan. Okay? There you go. So here, exactly at the panes of... Well, we'll have to fix that, Evan. It's,
So that's why I'm using this plastic cup for the moment, okay? And I have a clip, I don't know how you call it, a clip or a hook, whatever, with a piece of paper. That's going to mean something later on the show. I'm going to isolate the clip in the cup. I'm going to leave it there in full view. It's going to mean something later on in the show. Also, I need a number. What's your name?
T.
T? T? That's a nice name. T, please tell me a number between 1 and 13. 12. That's going to mean something also later on in the show. Also, I'm the only magician in the whole wide world that starts my show with a finish. This is the big finish, okay? Sir, can you stand up? Oh, no, you're the... No, get down. Sit down. He broke the goblet. No, I'm staying away from him. I'll go with you. What's your name?
Mike.
Mike, hold on to the big. Please stand up. Put it on the chair and sit on it. Yes, there you go. And I'm going to this side. What's your name? Your name? Casey? Yeah. Casey, and again, your name again? Mike. Casey, please stand up. Hold on to the finish. Put it on the chair, and please sit on it. Sit on tightly. That's going to mean something later on in the show. Well, no magic show is ever complete without using a deck of cards, okay? You mind helping me out?
Sure.
Yes, come this way. And you, sir, help me out. Come this way. What's your name? Angie. I'm Alexander. What's your name?
Don.
I'm still Alexander.
Okay.
Perfect. Please open the deck of cards. And I want you to count, put the deck face up, 10 red cards on my hand. 1, 2, 3. Take your time, I get paid by the hour. 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards counted by you. Now give me 10 black cards. I'll go with you in a second, okay? 1,
2,
wait, straight, yeah. 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
and 10. And please put the rest of the deck on the table. You count the cards the traditional way. I'll teach you Las Vegas way of counting cards. You're right or left-handed?
right-handed.
Give me your left. Hold on to the cards like this. Hold on to it. You're going to count with me this way. 1. Push one off, yes. Take 1, take it out, yes.
Like this?
Yes. Flip it over, put it on the bottom, and say 1. Say 1. Yes. 2.
2.
Black and red. Okay. 3.
3.
Hold on to the cards. Nothing, man. Continue. 4. Continue.
4.
4.
Yes.
5.
5. 6.
7. 8.
8.
9. 10.
10.
Put them in your pocket. Put them in your pocket in a safe place. Okay. Let's recap. You gave me 10 red cards and 10 black cards. I gave the reds. I gave the blacks to you. You have the reds too.
Correct.
You recounted. How many cards do you have?
10.
Counted by you. How many cards do you have?
Well,
You counted. Once you counted, I never touch those cards again. You put them away in your pocket, okay? 10 and 10, perfect. T, my good friend T. Please put your finger on top of a card, just take it out. I can see it. A 3, she picked a 3. We're gonna make 3 cards jump to one side to the other. Okay. 3 cards jump. And my good old friend. No, you can stay there, We do buy it with her or with him?
her.
From her? So when I make 3 cards jump from here to her, okay? It could have been backwards, but you want it to this side, okay? Give me, what was the number again? 3. Give me 1 card. Invisible card. Invisible. No, invisible. Put it back. Invisible. 1. Take it and put it in your pocket.
Back here?
Yeah, with the other cards.
The other cards.
How many cards do you have now?
10.
No, now.
11.
11 and?
I have 9.
9, okay. One more. No, you need to reach. You need to.
Oh, okay.
Yes. You gave me 2. Put one back. Okay, and put a. How many cards do you have
I've
now?
got 12.
12 and?
I have 8.
8. What was the number again? 3, right? One more. The last one. One last card, invisibly.
Is it
1.
better?
How many cards do you have? 13 and?
7.
3 cards jump from one side to the other. The hard part is to make it come back. Give me one. Why you laugh? It's twice as hard. Oh, you only want one side? Okay. How many cards do you have now?
13.
And you started with?
10.
Counted by you.
Yeah.
How many cards do you have?
7.
7. And you started with?
10.
Please take the cards.
Take them out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you feel less cards now?
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
Face up. Count in my hand, one by one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Spooky. Take the cards. You feel more cards now? Do you feel more? Yes. Count one by one. Black cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The reds. Come on, hallelujah! Don't go anywhere. And that was spooky. What's your name again? Forget? Don and
Angie.
Angie. Still Angie. Hasn't changed. You know, since you're here, I want to try something. You know, men say we are smarter than women.
No.
Wait. No. Wait. And women say they're smarter than men.
Yeah.
With applause. Who's in favor of men? Women. Men. Women. See, men, we are more humble. Let's do a competition. Who's smarter? Other men or women, okay? I need a referee. Let me see. Can you be a referee? Yeah, come this way. What's your name? Jake, please stand over there. Wait. You have the envelope?
No, she has the envelope.
Oh, you have the envelope, right. Jake, you're the referee, okay? Thank you. Okay. I have a bag with questions. You're going to reach inside, pull the question out. You're going to give it to Jake. Jake is going to read it in a loud, clear voice. If you answer, you get a point.
Okay.
The first who reaches 3 points wins. But there are some rules. The audience cannot help them out. If they help them out, they get disqualified. Okay? Second rule, if they answer correctly, you applaud. If they answer wrong, you say, eh. Okay? Let's practice. Did they do it correct? If they're wrong? And finally, if you don't know the answer to the question, you can gently ring the bell, and I'll change the question for you. Okay? Women first. You know why you're scared. Reach inside, take a question out, give it to Jake, to the referee. This question is for Andy, in a loud, clear voice.
How old are you?
I'm 53.
Just kidding. Come on, give her a big round of applause. Jake, right? No, Jake is him.
Yeah, I'm Don.
Don, right? Reach inside, take one, give it to Jake. This question is for Don. In a loud, clear voice.
What are the names, last names, and social security numbers of all who died in World War II?
The bell doesn't ring here, okay? It's up high. Okay. Round number 2. Take a question out. Give it to Jake. This question is for Andy.
What is the first letter of the alphabet?
Take your time. You can call a friend.
Can you help me out? A.
Hey, come on, let's hear for Andy. Don, take a question out.
I got a bad feeling on this.
This question is for Don. In a loud, clear voice.
How many drops of water are in the Atlantic Ocean?
Gently.
Up high.
Third and last question. Last round, sorry. Take a question out. You're doing good, you're doing good. Give it to the referee. Only one.
What animal goes rough, rough?
Rough, rough.
A dog.
The dog! Come on! Let's hear for Andy. Don. Come on, just, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Just, yeah, whatever.
What is the exact distance from here to the moon in inches?
Oh.
Don't go away, don't go away. There's 3-0. Winning Andy. And I'm in your favor. Let's do a bonus question. A question will be worth 3 points.
Okay.
So be a chance to go even. Yeah, to tie. Okay? And to make it fair, I'm going to ask both of you the same exact question. Would that be fair?
That would be
The
better.
referee, would that be fair? The audience, would that be fair?
Yes.
Okay, I'll start with you because you're behind. So, Andy, you cannot listen to his answer. You cannot hear his answer. So, cover your ears. You can't hear anything? Good. One facing the front, one step to the front. If you can't hear me, why you face the front? Cover your ears. The same exact question. You're the referee, make sure it's fair game. Let me think about a question. Got it. To make things, speed things up, if either you know or not, don't guess, just
Okay.
yes or no, it's okay? I want you to tell me what's Andy's birth date. The same exact question. Andy, what's your birth date?
April 12th.
April 12th, come on! Women win, come on! Thank you, Jake. You can go back to your seat. Thank you, Don. And Andy, thank you. And that was spooky. Andy, since we became friends, Andy, tell me, please, a number between 14 and 28. 17. Okay. 17. 12 and 17. Don, my friend, Don.
Yes.
Don, please tell me a number between 29 and 42.
41.
41. Okay. So we got 12, 17, 41. Okay, good. Having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are a great crowd. You know, since you're giving me your time, your applause, I think it would be only fair to give something back to you, to give you, give something back to you as a pay of your attention and your kindness. So I think the way I can give something back is to give something personal. I want to share with you a story. See, because of my job, of what I do, I rarely have a weekend off. Most of my shows are the weekends. Well, today's an exception, but mostly is during the weekend. So this particular weekend, I did not have a show. I was off. It's just strange, but I was off. And I decided to hang out. I never get out. So I went to a local bar, small bar we have back home. And I didn't have much money. Yeah, being a magician, there's some tough times. So I had only like $6. Six, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, $6. Double check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, yes. So I went to this local bar, and when I walked in, at the end of the bar, I saw this nice young lady at the end of the bar. She was by herself. And I decided to walk up to her. I said, "Can I buy you a drink?" Being afraid she might ask for something very expensive. She said, "A beer will be fine." I don't know here, but it was happy hour, $2 beer. $2 beer, 1, 2. I gave a $1 tip. To impress her, I was going to give another tip, but when she looked away, I put it right back. And she said, "Aren't you getting anything? Keeping in mind, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, sure, get another beer." So $2 a beer, happy hour. Another $1 tip. I was going to give another tip, but when she looked away, boop, I stole it right back. And I asked her name. I said, "What's your name?" She said, "My name is Andrea." Oh, that's a nice name. And she gave me a kiss on the cheek. Oh, things were getting interesting. And we kept talking all night, and after a while, we both drank our beers. And she said, would you buy me another beer? Keeping in mind, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh, sure. $2 beer. $1 tip. And you know the story. I'm going to give it away. Whoop, and I stole it right back. She said, aren't you going to get another beer? Keeping in mind, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I said, sure. $2 the beer, $1 tip, and she gave me a kiss on the lips. Ooh, spooky. Spooky. We kept talking, and then a rose lady walked by. And Andrea whispered to my ear, she said, if you buy me a rose, I'll share with you my deepest, dark secret. So I ran into the rose lady. Said, how much are the roses? She said, $6. It doesn't matter because I only have 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. I said to myself, there's no rose, there's no secret. So I snapped my fingers and I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and $6. So I bought her a rose and she told me her secret, which I wish I knew. She told me her name is not Andrea, it's Andrew. And that was spooky. Come on, that's pretty good. You want to see something really amazing? Really amazing? Yeah. Anybody has a $100 bill? See, that would have been amazing. At least a one. I cannot mess up a one. Can you have one? I only have one from this side. No, not you. And not you. And then one from this side, and a one from this side. I'll use the guy in the back. Sir, can you come? Yeah. Yes. Okay, and one from this side, another one. Yeah, you can. Yeah. Sure, help me out. Come this way. Facing the front. What's the name?
Aiden.
Aiden and
Daniel.
Daniel. Okay. You got 2 ones. Put all the rest of the money away. We only need one. Yes, put the money and open it. Okay, put the rest of the money in your pocket. We don't want to get mixed up or confused. In your pocket? Okay. And Aiden? Mm-hmm. Aiden and?
Daniel.
And Daniel.
Daniel.
Okay. Okay. Daniel and Aiden. I'm going to show how to multiply your money. I'll show you. Oh, silence now, huh? Come on, it's just $1, man. If I rip it in half, here's your half, and here's your half. Okay? Dollar bills have serial number on both sides, on the right side and the left-hand side. Right. I have the serial number that matches your bill. I have the serial number that matches your bill. Okay, so I'm going to name the last 3, just verify. 549A, 789G. Yes, 784G. Yeah. Yeah. Put your hand like this. Oh no, your hand, and put the hand on top, and the same thing here. Okay. You verify the number. I have your number, and you have your what? Verify. Okay. Now it comes the educational part of the show. I'm going to teach you how to detect counterfeit. Counterfeit money. See, when you burn a dollar bill, because of the color of the flame, you can detect if the money is real or not. But don't worry, I only burn a little bit, a little corner. I will not burn the whole thing, you know. If the flame is bluish, it is fake. If it's orange, it's real. Okay? Just a little. It was real. But give me all the money. We can burn that too. No, that's fine. That's fine. Put it back here. The money did not disappear. It traveled through the air and reappeared back into your hand and attached to the other half. So Danielle, slowly raise your hand. Take the bill, open it, show it.
Oh my God.
Oh. That would have been good. Put it back. Put it this. Okay, put it like this. And say, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Please restore the bill.
Please restore the bill.
Or I'll lose a buck.
Or I lose it.
Oh, he actually said, okay, cute. Okay. Open again. I forget your name,
Mike?
Mike, still Mike. I'm very bad with names. You can tell that. Mike, you have the big, right? Maybe.
Yes.
You've having the big envelope this whole time. Please stand up. It's a big finish. Flip around so they can see. Open the envelope. And please tell me in a loud, clear voice what's inside. Show everybody.
$50?
No way. Give it to Danielle. Danielle certified. Is the same number. Give it to him. Yes or no in a loud, clear voice. Is that the same dollar bill?
No.
What do you mean no? Put your hand to this. Put your other hand on top. No, your other, yes. I think it's yours. This number is the same as this one? Is the same dollar bill? No, wait, there's more. Where's the other? Thank you. You can go back to your seat. And who has the other? You'll be happy finish the whole, being over the finish the whole time, right? Sitting on top of the finish. Please stand up. Open the envelope. Please tell me what's inside.
Money.
Half, 50 cents actually. Give it to Danielle. Thank you. Go back to your seat. Thank you. Please certify. Is this number the same as this one?
It is.
Come on! Oh, wait. Cut. Danielle, let me explain something to you. I've traveled the whole world, over 40 countries. And every time I do this, the audience applauds like crazy. How the hell? Half of your money ended up in the envelope that he had the whole time, and the other half was in the envelope that she had the whole time. You're the only one that said, put it back together. Come on, it's not enough. But I always please my audience. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to give my farewell speech. And then I'm going to finish the show by restoring the dollar bills. Because you say, yeah, I'm going to please my audience. And then I leave. Show is over. And when I leave, you guys go, Alexander. And I come back and I show you a few more things. We got a deal? And not yet. I'm going to give my farewell speech. I'm going to do my closer. I'm going to finish my set. Then I leave. You guys go, Alexander, and I come back. Okay. But before that, Danielle, tell me a number between 43 and 56.
46.
46. Okay. 46 and Aiden, right? Tell me a number between 57 and 70. 64. I'll have to double check. Yeah, 64. So we get 12, 17, 41, 46, 64. Okay. Fair enough. So I'm going to give my farewell speech now. Close the show. I leave. Alexander, come back. Spontaneous. Perfect. My farewell speech goes something like this. Well, that's it for tonight. My name is Reynold Alexander. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you guys for coming, and have a good night. Now for the big finish. Hold on to they have to be perfectly aligned, otherwise it doesn't work. Aiden, same thing here. Perfectly aligned, otherwise it doesn't work. And at the count of 3, you're going to count to 3. At the count of 3, you count to 3. So when I say 1, 2, 3, you go 1, 2, 3. You follow? At the count of 3, you follow that, right? 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Danielle, here's on tape for you. And here's on tape for you. Come on, have a good night. Thank you. You can go back to your seat. You can go back to your seat. Have a good night. Come on. Thank you, thank you. What a surprise, you know. I was in the dressing room with my grapes and strawberries, and I hear people yelling, Alexander. What a surprise. Thank you. Couldn't believe it. You guys are a good crowd. You deserve more. You deserve better. You deserve more difficult acts. So I need some silence for concentration. Kids, please do not try this at home. Go to your neighbor's house and try it over there. Concentration. Silence, please. It looks real, right? It looks real. Come on. That was spooky. Oh, wait. Remember? Oh, shoot. Oh. It keeps falling. Remember the piece of paper has been there the whole time since the beginning? Remember that? Yeah. Nobody has touched it since the whole show. And Andy, please stand up. Yes, hold on to the piece of paper. Nothing in my hands. Please open. Face the audience. Face the audience. Please tell me what is it? What it is? What is the paper?
It's a Mega Millions lottery.
It's a lottery ticket. You know, that is symbolic. Let me explain. When I came here tonight, I did not come here to improvise. I rehearsed this show. I prepared for you guys. I scripted the show. I rehearsed. And sometimes I do the show, and the audience does not applaud, does not laugh. They do not engage with me. But other times I do the show, and the audience laugh and applaud, and they have a great time. And it's amazing. When that happens, even though it's the same show, but when that happens, artist, whether it's a magician, a musician, or whatever, an artist, when that happens, we feel like we hit the lottery. And tonight with you guys, I feel I just hit the lottery. And I have this superstition. When before I get to the show, when I'm in the car, before I enter on stage, I take a lottery ticket and I play some numbers. And if the audience likes me, if we engage, have a good time, right after the show, I go to the first gas station I see, and I play those numbers. I want you to tell me in a loud, clear voice, don't look at me, because what are the numbers I'm going to play right when I go after the show? In a loud, clear voice.
I don't know, because I need my reading glasses.
You need glasses? Anybody can help her? My friend here can help you. What are the numbers I'm going to play right after the show?
All right, 12.
17.
64.
64.
46.
46. 1 month.
And then 40. 41.
41. Come on. Thank you. My name is Alexander. Have a good night. Thank you.
Okay, well, you have seen the act. A very fun, engaging performance filled with a variety of magic from Reynold Alexander. And of course, as you've come to expect, here to explain it all to you, Reynold Alexander.
Hey, hi, Dan.
Good to see you, man.
Same to you. Thanks for inviting me.
Well, it's good to have you back.
Inviting me again second time.
That's right. Well, we enjoyed it so much the first time. We had to have you back for this format because, that's one of the things that I admire about you is that you are, a consummate performer for a live audience. You've done this, so many times that it gives everybody a chance to see how good you are.
Thank you. I'm flattered. Thank you.
Well, you shouldn't be flattered because it's the truth. But I'm glad that you are. You're very engaging. with people, which I think is really important.
It is.
Anytime that you're performing live for them, any kind of an act like this.
Yeah, and that comes with experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a hotel back in Puerto Rico I perform often. And the hotel was, by the hurricane we had last year, closed down, but another hotel opened, and I'm performing there too. So I'm constantly doing the act, constantly engaging, working on the show, and that's practice.
Yeah, and that's the thing, that a lot of the guys that are maybe starting out, they don't quite understand that because it's really a challenge to establish a rapport and have comfort on stage unless you do it a lot.
Of course.
It takes a while.
Yeah, not two audiences are the same. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you cannot go rehearse and this is my act. He has to mold. Some audience are, for example, when they hire you for a show, you ask questions. What's the mix of the audience? They're all kids, for example.
Sure.
All adults, or is it
a company, a corporation where everybody knows each other, but they all work together?
Or it's a fundraiser, they pay tickets, they don't know each other.
Yeah.
That is different. It's a different rapport when that happens. Or all women. I've done shows for Avon, all women.
Sure.
Or Puerto Rico, here they have the Secretary Week.
Yeah.
Secretary, all women too.
Yeah.
So also someone, for example, car dealers. At the shows, all men.
Yeah. You get a specific genre like that. Yeah. And occasionally, like I used to get hired for either all doctors or all lawyers, and they're thinking differently. They're always going to be something.
Well, also, I'm doing a show when I get back home. I'm going to do a show for dentists, and I prepare a little something for dentists. And so you ask those things, so maybe you can do custom make a routine for them. So you need to ask those questions and you mold the show around it. So
plus in live theater you never know what's going to happen. You can plan absolutely everything out, and you have to, of course, plan everything out. But the live audience and the interaction with them, there will always be a surprise, something. Usually good. Sometimes weird things happen, like in last night's show. I was on before you. Everybody here's already had a chance to see the entire performance, so they saw you talking about the cup that was supposed to be a wine glass.
Yes.
And what happened earlier. We did a little insert to show that. But that was when I was up and performing before introducing you, and then we had to quick scramble and find something.
And we found a plastic cup. It didn't look as nice, but it's a live show.
Yeah.
It's in television. You can cut and do it again. But we had a live audience. We had to resolve it somehow. We got a plastic cup and we dealt with it.
Yeah, and then there's the other thing is the personalities of the people on stage, and we have here, I believe, a very fascinating mixture of the public. The public comes into this show.
It's a lovely crowd.
It's a great crowd, but some of them are kind of goofy, which I love, because often this is the first time they've actually been to a live magic show.
But it's a difference between when people come voluntarily to a magic show, they came here to have fun and they want to see magic, as opposed when you're hired for corporate and the audience doesn't know what's entertainment.
Right.
It could be a band, it could be a comedian. So maybe the guy doesn't like magic. Maybe the guy is forced to watch a magic show.
Yeah.
So when people pay a ticket or they come voluntarily to see the show, most likely you're to have a good time.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit better audience, but honestly, we've worked every possible kind of venue, so we know that even when you're hired for those corporate things, you can still change the mind of the person that may not think that they like magic into liking what you're doing.
But you cannot go in assuming.
Right.
You need to make sure you win them over with a good opening, a good line, and you work it up from there.
Yeah. Now, this particular act, I know you've done this act a lot.
Yes.
But this is the first time you've done it in English.
I mentioned to you that at the hotel I perform is in English. But this particular show is my smaller show. The show I did at the hotel is for illusions and for a bigger audience. So this particular show I've never done in English. So even though I know English, I have an accent, I have my broken English, but everything I did, I scripted, I wrote it, and I rehearsed it in English. So it's the first time I ever did it in English. So I hope I did pretty well.
Well, I think so. And that's really the mark of a great performer, is that connection with the audience. I don't think that they would have ever thought that this is the first time you've done this act in English, So yeah, fantastic job. So this is like the smaller act that you might take to a one-off a gig somewhere. Where
when you ask questions, like the type of audience, you ask questions of the audience size. You tell, we got a 50 people group. I would do something like this.
Sure.
Maybe 75. I can stretch it. When they say we are 100 or more,
got to go a little bigger.
Yeah, you have to enhance the show.
Yeah.
So just that's why you ask questions.
Yeah,
to
this is a great act for this particular staging because of the immediacy of the audience. On a bigger stage, when you've got separation and you've got to wait for them to come up the stairs, you need something different for that to fill that time.
Yes. Also, when you have a bigger stage, you are farther apart from the audience. You have to, well, at least I do, select more carefully the audience participation.
Yeah.
Because if you have too much audience participation, you end up with, okay, thank you, go back to your seat. I need another volunteer.
And another one.
I need another one, and it takes forever.
Yeah.
So that's why I use the volunteer more than once. Like in the case with the cards across and the questions, use the same 2 volunteers. Just to make to don't have them come back to the seat and get new ones.
Sure.
And also you can not have too many of those up and down. So that's why some routines are solo.
Yep.
So it just depends on the type of audience and the venue.
Yeah, and also the other consideration for this act and for any act that's going to travel is the size of the stuff that has to pack.
Yes.
And this is one of those that packs, nice and small. Yeah.
I have a bag, and the rule is if it doesn't fit, it doesn't go.
Yeah.
Whatever material I use, it has to fit in the bag.
Great. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you walk us through everything that's involved in the act, and then we'll get right into it.
Sure. So, hello. These are the props necessary for the act you just saw. I use a spider table. I cannot recommend this enough. They're a little bit expensive, and I was hesitant before I got one, but when I did not regret. It was lightweight. Boom, you're set. And this is the tabletop. It goes here, and you're ready to go. They come with a bag. These are the bags I use when I get into the show. This I'll bring one bag for the props, a bag for the tabletop, and a bag for the leg, for the stand.
Sure. And that can all be carry-on luggage.
Yeah, one hand. Yeah, lightweight. Yeah, because you have to look professional since you get into the gig. You cannot just walk in with a shopping bag and a backpack. You know, you need to look pro. Or holding props in your hand on your arm. So get the bags, you get the table, and now I used to have a big briefcase. The act through the years evolved. I used to have a bigger table and then a briefcase and more. Now I use these folds, and I discovered these things at Kmart. They used to. I don't know if it was used for. I think it was shoes or whatever.
Yeah, all kinds of closet organization stuff. That's where you'll find that.
But when I was a kid, I saw Fantasio's lecture. Fantasio's live at the Magic Castle. And on his lecture, he explains a box. I don't know if you remember, that he folds flat. He makes it with wood, and he collapses it, and he opens it. And when I saw this, it reminded me of the Fantasio's lecture. I said, this is the same thing.
That's right.
And I have to.
And it's already made for you.
Yeah, it's already made. So that's what I use to the ditch or take my props off, okay? Also, I use a goblet, I use plastic, and as you saw, it broke on the performance, right before the performance. The stem broke off, the bottom, and I was prepared for it. I had crazy glue, but it was too fast. I need to clean up the surface to glue again. So even though I predicted it could happen.
Well, if it had happened during setting up the act, you'd have plenty of time. But just before you go on is not a good time.
But the reason I had crazy glue is because I was afraid on the airplane, on the flight with the luggage shifting, it might have broken. So that's why I thought of bringing crazy glue. But it was too fast to have it fixed. So we had to use a plastic cup we found backstage, and that's where we use it. So I just want to mention this. I'll take it out of the way.
Yep.
Please hold on this for me.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
So this is another device. We'll get back to all the explanation on how everything works. So we're just setting the prop for now. But for now, to set this up, there's the dummy billet or piece of paper prediction. Goes here. And it will go into the goblet. And it will go here. It used to be Velcroed. And it will be hanging there. That's the piece of Velcro that we have here. But a friend, Hansel, a good friend back home, he told me once that anything you put in a goblet or in a wine glass, it looks interesting. It could be cards, coins, or whatever you put in a goblet. So that's why I changed for the wine glass. So that goes there. The bell, everything. Again, I'm going to go, when we get to the part, I'll show you how everything works. An invisible deck. I did not use it in the show, but it's always ready to go. If something goes wrong, I need to stretch time, something doesn't work, I got an invisible deck. For years, this is my backup plan. And I was at the castle a few years ago performing, and I was talking to somebody there, and they said that Vernon used to say, always have an invisible deck ready.
Yeah.
So, great mind thinks alike, I guess. Yeah, so, I'm taking his advice. The blackboard, I put it next to the table. On the lottery ticket, again, I used Ohio's lottery ticket. Back home is 6 numbers. Here is 5. And back home is 1 to 60. 1 to 45. Here's 1 to 70. And on the performance, well, we're going to go back to it later, but I like to divide the numbers for 1 to 13, 14 to 28, because when I reveal in order. Mm-hmm. If you tell the spectator, tell me a number between 1 and 70, they can go back and forth. And when you reveal, you have to go back and forth.
Yeah.
In last night performance, it still got screwed up. But that's not a normal thing, just thing that happened.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. Our audience, they're a lovely audience, but sometimes, for some reason, maybe they get a little nervous on stage. They can't follow some simple direction. It doesn't ruin things, but it's just odd.
It's a live show. Things happen.
It just happens, yeah.
Also, I want to make a note that long time ago, I used to write the numbers with pencil on the edge of the blackboard, of the board, on the edge. I don't know if you can see right there on the edge. Yes. But then, once in a while, somebody after the show, I saw you reading the numbers.
Yeah.
It has no relation, nothing to do with the trick. So I decided to make it obvious. So I change it, make it obvious, so people can see me. I don't care. Okay, tell me a number between 1 and 7, So I make it obvious now. So now nobody has ever comment after the show. I see you read the numbers. And I added this paper again because Ohio's numbers are different. Okay? So I put this over here. Then I took Billy McComb's advice. Billy McComb used to say he put every props on Ziploc bags. So this is the lottery routine. I will have everything here included to do this particular routine. I need the dry erase marker, goes in my pocket. I need extra lottery tickets. I take 2. I fold them up. This one and then the second one. And for this particular routine, you need an off-stage assistant. I know most of you guys work alone, but I encourage you to get an assistant. It just makes your life easier. Like when you go to a show, you have props in the car, you need to go to the parking, leave the props here. You need somebody to help you out. So also when your show is over, yourself lifting your table and leaving doesn't look good. So try to work with somebody that helps you out. But so
Yeah, and if you're working on a variety show, which is kind of what our show is, there's usually other performers around that can help you out with that. And I will do it for you for this. So I can be your offstage assistant for this one.
Yeah, so I don't know. You take 2. No, you take 2.
Just in case,
You take 2 because somebody can say a number, and then he or she can change their mind. No, I want to change. So, or maybe you can mess up. If you mess up, you got a spare. Also, I give you a pencil. But it's a mechanical pencil. There's a reason. If the point breaks, you need to be sharpening.
Right.
So if your point breaks, you already have you can continue right there. Okay. Sometimes you don't have curtains or you don't have a backstage. Like you're in a ballroom and it's a small banquet room or in a restaurant and your assistant is in full view. So bring this little note, like an elbow notebook, and he could be writing the numbers. Right in full view.
Right in the audience,
Yeah, so I bring this just in case. So there's no suspicion. So I already used everything I need for this routine. I put it away. Okay. Then this is the playlist. I put it here so I can see. Again, every show varies a little bit because it depends on the audience. This is the playlist I decided to do for last night performance. Also backstage, I have the tongue, the fake tongue, and the needle will also be staged.
You can set that.
I always have a napkin because I don't want the tongue to be on the dirty surface and you
Yeah.
put it in your mouth.
Yeah.
So that's how I'll deal with this. The UF Grant's $1 Million Mystery is a great effect. It's a mind breaker, a brain buster. All the props that I need is in this. I get it. I need a lighter. I put it in the pocket. I need tape. Goes in my left pocket. I need a thumb tip. This is the bill I banished last night. So the bill I banished last night will be the 2 torn bills for next performance.
Oh, yeah.
So this, I'll put it in.
And for anybody that's not familiar with the $1 Million Mystery, all you do is, to set it up, is tear one bill in half.
The same bill, yes.
Same bill, and then set up in 2 separate places.
Okay, I mentioned to you then earlier that for this particular show, since it was family oriented, I used the 2 envelopes and I added the big finish. But there's another routine. I'll get back to it but there's another variation presentation you might be interested in for some performances. So you have the marker. You write the big or the end, doesn't make a difference. The big finish or big surprise. The marker goes back into bag. Oh, also you need flash bills. Only half. You don't need to burn the whole thing. Fold it. Put in the thumb tip, and you put it in the thumb tip pocket. You know the thumb tip pocket?
Yep, that's the little ticket or watch pocket
on the jeans.
Jeans. Yep.
Why just a pocket just to throw thumb tips?
Yep.
There's no other reason why there could be a pocket there.
It used to be, but now it's the thumb tip pocket.
Thumb tip pocket. For a variation of the routine, I have the envelopes, but also have a smaller envelope for another presentation. I'll go back to you later for that. So this goes in breast pocket. Also for a 6-bill repeat, I used a Himber wallet because when I originally came up with the routine, I thought about a fire wallet, opening and then having the bills. But I have never, ever in over 10 years used the fire and never done it, so I just go straight to the bill. So you don't need a Himber wallet. Okay. The rose for the ending of the 6-bill repeat goes into the breast pocket.
Now, was that rose commercially available at
Yes,
one time?
yeah.
I don't think it is anymore, though, right?
It is the appearing rose.
Yeah.
You know the appearing rose? It's just still in the market.
Right.
That has elastic.
Ah.
I removed the elastic and substituted for a string.
Okay.
So that's it. But it used to be an appearing rose, which you will fold like this.
Yeah.
And when you open, it will pop open.
Right. So basically, it's turned
breakaway
into
wand.
a breakaway wand
Yes.
now. Yeah. Right. Okay.
So it is available, yes. I put it in my breast pocket with one end sticking out. And you don't have to worry it's going to go in. It's going to stay there. That's not going to... The envelopes. Deck of cards, no preparation. I like to have as much as I can on me than on the table. I like better to stay for my next routine than going back to my prop. And so if I can, I have it on me.
Yeah.
If not, then I'll use the table. The clear force change bag, that goes on the table. With a question, we'll go back to it later. And finally, the envelope with the black for the opening routine. And I have in this Altoids box, I have chalk, colored chalk if I need to retouch. Maybe sometimes it gets wiped, the chalks, I need to retouch the colors, and extra whites, white chalk. Put one in my right-hand pocket. This is so the chalk doesn't move and break. That's why I put a piece of napkin. And you're ready to go. Ready to start.
Yeah, cool. Now, do we clear any of these tables?
Yeah.
Because we don't need those, right?
Just move it around,
So,
yes.
yeah, we'll move those out of the way. Let me grab that, and I'll get this one all the way out of the way. There you go. And so, yeah, so step us through, trick by trick and explain how everything's done, I guess.
I've always preached that an opening should be to music. That's my credo, my motto since ever. An opening act and your opening of your set should be to music, grabs people's attention. And recently, I started to experiment to talking. It's something I've done. For this particular routine, I've only done it like 10 times. It's not my regular opening, but I want it to be fair to the truth, and I want to, when they hire me for this, they say, I want you to do the show that you're currently doing, if you get hired. So I want to be faithful to the truth, and this is what I will do right now. Again, it's a routine I'm still testing. It is inspired on a Tarbell idea, which I thought it was awesome. When I was reading Tarbell, I was in bed, and I read this. I was, oh my God, I remember standing up bed. This is good. And originally how it was written, it is that you have a table with newspaper. Well, you did this start the series. You have newspaper on the table for no reason at all. And then you have the flap. This is a spirit slate. When you have the flap, you have newspaper behind it. So on the original routine, you will write yellow, green, and green. You put it on the table, and you talk, and the students, blah, blah, blah. And when you pick it up again, you will leave the flap behind over the newspaper, and then you reveal that the colors are now real. I love the idea, but did not like the newspaper. So I experimented, instead of having the newspaper just on top of the table, wrapping the blackboard on newspaper. So I would come in with a wrapped blackboard over newspaper. So I would put the newspaper on the table, and then take it from there. That was my approach. But wrapping a blackboard in newspaper didn't make much sense either. Oh, by the way, this blackboard is just Office Max. Office Max, you buy 2, and you take the frame of the one, and you do have another frame. And I put another piece of aluminum. There's an aluminum sheet, very thin, to make it rigid. So aluminum is not magnetic, so will not affect the working. Okay, and this envelope made more sense than the newspaper. This envelope, they do not come in that size. This was a big envelope. I had to trim and cut and tailor and fake, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's typically an artist portfolio size. It's very large.
It is an artist portfolio. I cut in half, and you need to do some arts and craft. Inside it, there's the magnet. I have to give credit to my good friend, Gabo, who suggested using magnets to stick the flap in. So the creative process, I will spend 1 minute or 2 on this. Whenever I have an idea, but it's not finished yet, it's just an idea, I have a table in my garage, not my garage, my magic room. It's a table where I have all my ideas unfinished. And I need to see those props every day. It will take a year or 2, whatever it takes to finally get the idea. So this thing was on the table for about maybe a year. And I showed it to Gregory Wilson. He came to Puerto Rico to lecture, and we were talking about, so Greg, I have this idea with the envelope instead of using a newspaper, but I'm not liking to put the board on top of the newspaper, to set it down, to talk, and pick it up again. And Greg told me the idea about putting the envelope under my arm and somehow develop a handling where I can ditch the flap and go back to it without using the table. So Greg inspired the seed of inspiration for this, and then Gabo was the one who told me about the magnets, and we developed also the handling. So here's how it goes. The story, you saw it from the performance, and the story is there's a brief, in Tarbell, there's a brief paragraph. I just elaborated on what's already in Tarbell about the story about the teacher and the students and so forth. So you walk in, and you remove the blackboard from the envelope, and you put it under your arm with the flap facing the audience. And you talk about the story, and you reach inside your pocket, you take the chalk, and you do the whole thing. You write yellow thing or whatever. At the first time I did it, I thought the gag was going to be obvious. People work on telegraph. I was going to write yellow, red, and green, but it doesn't. Every time you show it, it gets them by surprise. So don't think it's an obvious. Don't think they'll figure it out. It has, at least by my experience, they laugh. They get them by surprise. So on the relaxation here, when they laugh on the relaxation, you hold the grab by the top, the blackboard. The left hand grabs the envelope from the front. This is the move. So you come over and you turn the blackboard over the envelope, and it'll stick, the magnet sticks to the envelope, and then you come back. And again, it's an afterthought. It's like, it's in the offbeat. It is like, trick is over. It was just a joke. Flap towards the front. You reveal the gag. Go to the front. You say, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I know what you're thinking. And you go back. That's the timing.
That's a good move. That's a really good move.
That's the timing.
Yeah.
The reason the flap starts towards the audience is because at the end, when you're done, now it's towards the inside, and you got a little cover. Not much, but it's a little cover. And you're here. And then you reveal. And for the cleanup, just here. And you put the blackboard over. There's a flap. You put it over. You here, you put it over. And you put it away. You give it to your assistant, or you put it on the table and put it away, and you're covering the flap. This idea has many uses. You can have a prediction, the prediction change. You can have a Chinese word, interbell, something like that. You have a Chinese word, and then it says the end or whatever. So get your imagination, go wild. I'm not saying it's the best opening, because I'm not sure if it's an opening or not. Again, I'm just trying out new things. I love to try new things. So far it's working good. The thing I'm not sure is to go to a sentimental story about a teacher as in the middle of the show. So I don't know if in the middle you're funny and then all of a sudden go this serious approach. I don't know. So that's why I'm using it as an opening. But you do your own decision, and hope you enjoy it as much as I have.
Yeah, well, it's very, very nice handling. I wish I would have known about it.
Can you hold it for me?
Yeah, you bet.
Okay, so that's it with that. Let's move on to the second sequence. Then, from there, because I start with a story. That's the first thing I do. I don't say goodnight. I don't say anything. I just start a long time ago, which, by the way, I had to script that thing in English. I memorized it. I've never done it before. So after I do that, now's the time to say, good evening, my name is Reno Alexander. I'm from Puerto Rico, and I do all that joke I say for the accent thing and whatever. But now comes something very important. Magicians has earned the perception, the bad perception of people don't want to participate. Sir, can you help me out? No, I don't want to. They don't want. They look away. And it's somebody from the audience. You see everybody looking away, looking up. And it's because we deserve it. Breakaway wands, exploding pens, a breakaway fan, and just being jerks to the audience. So you cannot blame the audience for not wanting to participate. You cannot blame them. It's not their fault. We deserved it. So that's why I clearly state, my name is Reno Alexander. It's a very interactive show. I'll use people from the audience. If I ask you to help me out, please don't be shy to come on stage. I do not make fun of my volunteers. I treat them with respect. So that opening line serves a lot because people are more at ease later on to volunteer. There's still, on occasion, people don't want to participate for other reasons, but at least they know you're not a jerk. You're not going to do anything bad to them or ridiculize, okay? That being said, the second line I say is about, I do not use actors or plans, nothing was rehearsed beforehand. I do disclaimer right at the beginning because sometimes for routines I would throw the rose or throw the ball for some specific routine, but I don't want to be throwing balls for every single spectator I have. I want the people to realize that I'm not using plans, just get it out of the way. And if they think about it, well, they're entitled to think whatever they want, but at least I said it, okay? So then after my intro speech, I talk about the paper. There's a piece of paper. It's in the clip. Nobody's going to touch it. I'm going to isolate it in the goblet. I put it right here in full view. This is a switching device. I believe is explained on 13 Steps to Mentalism. I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's there. When you open, it just sucks the paper. It's just a rubber band. A dummy paper. Okay, and a piece of rubber band. The rubber goes around the clip. And that's it. As soon as you open, it will get sucked. Also, on the Ziploc I showed earlier, where I got all the props for this routine, I have spare rubber bands. If you set it up, boom, and it breaks, it'll be good to know you have spares. Okay. So I present the clip. I put it right there. Boom. And then I present, I forget which I did first. It doesn't matter the order. If I ask for a number right there, or I proceed to, just doesn't matter, to show the big finish. I'll show the big finish. Sir, can you help me out? Give it to, and you saw, just give it away to 2 spectators. And I don't know if I did say last night, but in Spanish I would say, and that's all for tonight. Thank you very much. Assuming like I'm the only magician in the whole wide world who'll start the show by the end. So here's my big finish. Give it away, and then thank you very much. That was it for tonight. It's a little joke. I don't know if I said it or not last night, but in Spanish I would. Just a translation. I might have forgot about it. So these 2, you're going to be my spectator.
Sure.
2 spectators are holding those envelopes. And then I'll go and ask for a number. I'll take the marker. I will say, can you tell me a number between 1 and 13? Let's say, tell me a number, Nick, tell me a number 113. 12. So I'll write 12. And my off-stage assistant is writing 12 on the lottery number, on the lottery ticket. Mm-hmm. I put it away. Oh. Again, this fell off, but this is improvisation because the numbers are different from back home. Well, I'll put this here. Doesn't matter. Okay, so now the first effect after all this intro is the cards across. I think cards across is a great effect. Oh, by the way, I like to mention the lottery and I like to mention the big finish thing. I love going full circle. So when you give this to them, it's going to mean something later on. There's an expectation. And it just involves the show. It holds us together. Mm-hmm. You end with something you talked about. It's a callback. So I love that kind of stuff. So, for example, when I used to do Mental Epic, I would distribute the question. Tell me a country. I would distribute throughout the show. And then in the middle of the show, I go back to it, say something else. And at the end, say something else and I reveal. So I like to spread things like that. Same thing with Magic Square. You will add some columns and then later on go across, then diagonal, you spread out. I like doing that. So in this case also I like to mention something that's going to happen later, right now. Go back to cards across. I need volunteer.
Sure.
And I need somebody else actually.
It'll just be me.
Multitask.
Yeah, I'll just do. I'll multitask.
Okay. Yeah. Cards across is a great routine. Be careful, in my opinion, as I'm talking about the shows and when I structure card tricks, pick a card, this is your card. On a stage environment, if it's not spectacular,
yeah,
like for example, card stab. I do card stab a lot. You throw the cards, that's visual. Maybe when you draw the card rises on the pad.
Yeah, cardiographic.
Cardiographic, yes.
Yeah.
So in this case, it's not a spectacular, but making cards. It's not a pick a card. I'll find it on stage. I think when you do pick a card, it has to be spectacular. Here. It's a card trick, but it's different. You're using cards as object, not as numbers, okay? So spectator gives 10 red cards.
Okay. So I find the 10 red cards. it looks like they're almost separate.
Yeah, from last night.
2, 3, 4, 5. Now you never have a spectator do it like this.
No.
6, 7, 8, and 9 and 10. Yep.
Okay. Using red and black cards is one of my contributions. Because normally they end up 7 and 13, but you cannot tell which cards traveled. So just the minor details.
Sure.
Nobody thought about it, of the cards red and black.
Yeah, nobody's really. There is a version of it that's in Tarbell, and there have been some, but not for like a standalone version. They were all gimmicked, things like that. This is really a good way to do it. It just makes sense.
Yeah, by the way, the version I'm using is on Art of Astonishment. It is a Paul Harris trick. The first part is Paul Harris, the Las Vegas Leaper.
Las Vegas Leaper.
Yes,
yeah.
Las Vegas Leaper. But the second spectator part is Bill Malone.
Yeah.
It's also on Art of Astonishment. So I'm going to briefly explain, but for further information, just look it up on Art of Astonishment, okay? So you get the 3 cards. So now I need 10 black cards. Mm-hmm. And you make a break on 3 cards. And they give you 10 black cards. Mm-hmm. You put these black cards on this hand for a second, so you gesture, and you put it on the table, you gesture. Mm-hmm. And when you pick it up, you just add the 3 cards from... So during this position, 10 black cards, mm-hmm. and 3 cards you just added. So you give it to the spectator, and you ask, you're left or right-handed?
Yeah, sure, right-handed.
Right,
mm-hmm.
so give me your left, mm-hmm. and make sure don't let go. You have to make sure he takes it, okay? And then so you're going to count with me. 1, and you have to be careful because
the first thing they might,
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm here, like, take 1.
Yeah,
and
this may be the first time they've ever turned a card over like this. It's true.
Take 1, flip it up, put it on the bottom. Take 1, I'll be checking, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, when 1 is already there, they already know what to do. And if it gets on square, they see 1, doesn't matter. So now you're good to go. Mm-hmm. And I'm maintaining a break on the first one I counted. I said 2, okay? 3. Now I look at this guy. I'll say, and now when I look, I do a half pass. I'm just reversing the 3 cards I just counted. So I hand this to that person, and I say, no, I don't have anything in my hands, nothing. Keep counting. And so he's going to count again those 3 cards I already counted.
Yeah.
So 4, mm-hmm. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mm-hmm. Put it in your pocket in a safe place, and the spectator puts it in his pocket.
Yep.
I'll be
I'll be the second spectator in the other pocket. Yep.
Okay.
It's fine. Yep.
So now this is very tricky, Dan, because when I started doing this, I would say, "How many cards do you have?" And she would say, 10. Counted by you. She says, "Yes." Mm-hmm. When you ask this spectator, "How many cards do you have?" He says, 10. If you say counted by you, half the time, he's going to say, "Well, you counted 3, I counted the rest."
Yeah.
That happened.
Yeah.
So I changed the question. And as a matter of fact, last night, the guy was hesitant. He thought I was going to ask counted by you. So when I said, "How many cards do you have?" 10, he was about to continue, and I shut him out. No. But the second question is different. You say, "How many cards do you have?" 10. Mm-hmm. Counted by you.
Yes.
How many cards do you have? 10. Once you count them, you put them in your pocket and never touch those cards again.
Yeah.
So it's a different question. And he has to say yes and never touch them again.
Yeah.
So make sure you change the question. Because he can screw you and say,
Yeah.
"No, you counted 3, I counted the remaining." Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'll make a suggestion, because I know you've been doing this for a while, but I do a lot of cards across, and I think maybe you could volley back and forth. You could ping pong them. Okay. And it would play like this. You would say, "How many cards do you have?" They say 10, and you 10. And, yes, right. So and you yes. So you go, "How many cards do you have?" 10, and you 10. Then you counted them yourself. Yes, and once you're done, you put them in your pocket.
Oh, fake the second question.
Yeah, they just say yes. They just nod because you're following back.
A different approach. It could work too.
I think it could work. Yeah.
But just be careful. This guy can rat you out.
Yeah. You'd have to play with his psychology.
Yeah.
Because I think you have to go right into, and once you put them in your pocket, I've never touched them. I think it could work. Yeah. But and that's the thing. It's not even that critical if the audience knows that you counted the first 3, because you're just doing it as a demonstration, but you don't want to have him.
Yeah, I don't want you.
Yeah.
You're not lying about it. They just saw you count the first 3 cards, but you don't want to be called out on it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, now it's like the thing you force the 3, which I've done before. I think I saw Mike Close, the first guy I mean, that has been explored, because why 3 cards?
Right.
So you just force and you make it look like any card that came out, that's the card that will travel. So you pick a card, you force the 3.
Yeah.
Also, a little detail. make sure you have some threes, 1 or 2, near the top of the deck. So because when the spectator counts, you have 3 leftovers. Because the 4 threes could be in those 20 cards.
Yeah.
And you have no 3 left.
Yeah.
So make sure you have a 3 on the bottom. I forgot to mention that. So you know there's a 3 on top. You force the 3. What card you pick? The 3. So we're going to make 3 cards jump from one side to the other. It could have been a 4, a 5, a 6, but you said you picked the 3. Once in a while, people asked, what if it was a king or a jack? Is it being 11? In that case, I would answer, no, if you pick a jack, we'll start over. You pick another card. Yeah. So now I want to take a moment to explain this because it's a little hard to explain, but you can help me out.
Okay.
If I could do real magic, and I can have the power to give you 3 cards, why will you have 10 in your pocket already? It will be 3 in my hand and nothing.
Right.
And then you have nothing, and then count, you have 3 cards.
Right.
Why do I have to give you 10 to make 13?
Yeah, that's right.
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's like sponge balls.
Yeah.
I give you 1 in order to make a second one travelable. But why the first one? Why do I give you 1?
Sure.
So pondering on that idea, that's where I come to the conclusion is I have 10 and 10 because the cards could be this way or that way. If the guy would,
that's a smart solution. I don't think anybody's ever addressed that.
yeah, Greg told me it's a problem nobody thought they had.
No, I've always thought of it, but I, just like everybody else, I ignored it, and I asked the audience to ignore it as well. But and in general they do. But it's a great thing to think about. It makes better sense to address it.
So in sponge balls, I have a solution to it. I give you 1 ball or a rabbit. Use rabbits. 1 rabbit. I get one for me. You already had the 2 loaded. You don't know. You think it's 1 and 1.
Yeah.
And I will say, the rabbits attract. You want this one. You want your rabbit to come here, or this rabbit to jump over there. The audience think it's more impossible. Nothing's getting in here.
Yeah.
They think it's more impossible to go that way. I was like, just like you said. And it vanished. And so it looks like either way could have been. If they say to come out and go here, you make the gag. Let's try it out.
Sure.
You want this route to go here or this to jump over there?
I'd like this one to go there.
Okay. Boop, it jumped. Now it's going to jump back. Boop. Now mine's going to jump too. And you take it, and you follow.
Sure.
But 90%, no, I want to hear. It's more difficult for them to think something can get inside.
Yeah.
So going back to the cards across, it's 10 and 10 because it could have been either way. So that has been established. I asked one spectator to please, you want to do the magic with her or with him? They say her. I say, okay, so I'm going to make the cards jump to you. If they say him, okay, I'm going to take the cards out of him.
Yep.
I give it to you.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter which they say, it would always end up with her. But in their mind, it looks like it could have been either way. So when you recap, you count to 10, you have 10, you picked a 3, you could have chosen any other number, you picked a 3, and it could have been this way or that way, but you said to her. So it's an extra layer of impossibility.
Yeah.
So then when they take it out, you always say, you ask, do you feel less cards? And you nod.
Yes.
They always say yes. It's a pressure on stage. It's a suggestion. Do you feel less cards? Yes, I do feel less cards. And they count 7. Boom, 7. Now they take them on the other cards. Oh, and you feel more cards? Yes. Yes, they feel more cards. I don't know why, but they do. Count.
Yeah. Now, do you do anything on controlling here, whether they count these face up or face
down? I tell
down?
them, make sure they're face up.
Make sure they're face up. Yeah, because I think that's an important detail as
when
well.
When they take them out,
is that those last 3 cards
of course.
all of a sudden become red.
When you take them out, say put them face up. You say it.
Yep. And
one by one.
Count. Boom, 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 boom. There. 9. Oh, 8. 9.
10.
11. 12. 13.
And that's magic.
Yeah.
And that detail, the red and black, just makes the whole thing.
All of those details elevate it and take that trick. And you're using some of the best subtle methodology there, and then all of those extra details for the psychology make that a great trick. Yeah. And one of my favorite plots, and I'm always looking for like the best impromptu version. This really has it all.
No palming.
Yeah.
And the two spectators count themselves. To my opinion, I don't want to fight with everybody, but to my opinion, I think this is the best version. To my opinion, or close enough, or top from the top.
Right. And I think so. I think it's probably the top most direct version, certainly for stand-up and impromptu. It really, really is.
Yeah, no gimmick cards.
No gimmicks, no palming, nothing like that. Great.
So this is, we're done with the cards. Oh, also, when I do card tricks, only one card trick. In my show, there's only room for only one card trick. Don't go over and over. Well, I have an invisible deck in case of emergency, but normally, there's only one card trick in the show, not two. When you go over and over and pick a card and continue in a stand-up situation, I don't think there's room for more than one. Okay, moving on. Then I use those same two spectators for the question routine, which briefly I'm going to talk about because it's self-explanatory. I don't need too much detail on this. But when spectators come on stage, you need to make sure they're going to stage for a valid reason. For example, bring somebody on stage just to cut a rope. Okay, thank you very much. She walk all the way to here to cut a rope or to pick a card. So you have to decide, sometimes you have to go there. You have to go to a front row, please cut the rope, or ma'am, please take a card, if it's just for that. So if they just come on stage just to be the card trick, and then you need to do something more, to my opinion. And instead of getting them onto their seat and coming back new people, I'm just using them again, recycling them. This is a very fun routine I've been using for over 20 years. And I've read it on a pamphlet of tricks with a change bag, with a hard questions and simple question. And the kicker with using the same question for both, I forget where I got it from. It was not from magic. I think I got it from a joke somewhere. I forget, and I just added to this. For years, I've been using the change bag because I was hesitant. I didn't think the clear bag was deceptive enough. In this particular case, they put their hands 6 times. And it's obvious. It's like hard, the use is obvious. I thought it was too obvious for a clear change bag, but it's not obvious. So don't be hesitant as I did. Just go straight to the clear. Also, this is a great routine for product integration. I was talking to Dan about it earlier. I did some shows, for example, for Sprint recently. And I will use it for company questions. I had the girl and the guy. And the girl will get simple questions like, how many letters are there in Sprint? Or which one is the best cell phone company? Or so forth, simple questions. And the guy would say, how many Sprint antennas are worldwide? How many Sprint customers are in Oklahoma? What's the wife's name, wife of the president of Sprint's name? Complicated question, very funny. For product integration, it's very good. Finally, I use the bell. This is it was out the market, but recently they started making them again. I love this bell. It's just pushing here, make a sound, and the spectator cannot ring it. And it's very funny when you say if you ring the bell, change the question, they cannot ring it. It's very fun. Well, you saw the performance, so I don't think there's much more to say about this. Dan suggested, since this is the 3-layer change bag, I'm only using 2 layers. The bonus question, the one with a birth date, could be in the center or in another partition of the change bag. So the referee at the end can take the last question as the bonus one and say, what is the birth date of the girl? And then it'll be fun because it's another question. Instead of me coming up with it, they bring it out of the bag. So that'll be it. Any question, anything?
No.
It's pretty self-explanatory from the performance. So hope you like it. It's a great, great routine. So let's put this away. Well, I'll just like in the show.
You can put it in there. Sure.
Yeah, like in the show. Yep. Then those same 2 spectators, I have them call out numbers. Nick, from 14 to 28. 22. And the other spectators said from 29 to 42. 31. And you write it on the board. Then you use 2 spectators. Now it's time for a solo routine. Now it's time to be on your own and to show to the audience once more again who you are. So this is a good time to do my 6-bill repeat. I need a table for the table we took away earlier.
Yeah, I'll go over here and I'll get it. No problem at all. We'll use the rolling one this time, though. Is that a good height?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Normally we use a stool. Normally, I say normally, but not for now, but in the show I'll take a stool or a chair or whatever. And if you cannot find anything, it's rare you go to a show, there's no stools or table or chairs, but if you don't, just throw them in the bills, you count them and throw them into the box. But for now, I'll use this. As I said, I use a Himber wallet for the fire, which I've never ever used in my life. So I go straight to the 6-bill repeat. I'm kind of hesitant of sharing this story. I'll explain to you why. When I first came up with this routine, I was in college. I used to go to Tampa, University of Tampa. And originally the routine was more hardcore. Remember college audience. So I did some shows for the campus, and the story went that I got this girl, I left, and instead of a rose, it was to buy condoms. So it was more, and it went different road, the story. When I moved back to Puerto Rico, and I started to become professional, and I started doing corporate, I cannot do that story in a corporate environment. So, for years, this 6-bill repeat stood on the table I was telling you about, where I had to see everything on and I saw there, and every day I would look at it, I didn't come up with the right story. And after like 3 or 4 years, maybe 5 years, I heard a joke about the names. In this case, I used Andrea and Andrew, similar enough. So I heard a joke about something else with names in Spanish that was similar, a man and a woman. And then, like a year later or a few months later, I was sleeping and I woke up in this dream sleeping and said, shit, I have this solution. And I had this storyline. So I'm sharing with you something that took me years to get a simple line. It's just a 6-bill repeat. Very briefly, I'm going to go over it. Just how to make the gimmick yourself. Basically, you take 2 bills. I do not use real crisp, brand new bills because they stick together, but fairly decent bills, okay? Not brand new, but fairly decent. And if they have a little bent or something, you can put it in a book overnight. They will go straighten themselves out. And they're taped by the inside, on the side and on the back, on the bottom. And you have the top and the side, on one side open. And there's a cut so you can push out the bills. So you make 4 gimmicks. There's 3. There's a 4th one I used to explain. You got 4 and 2 loose bills on gimmick on the front.
Yeah. So in each of the 4 envelopes,
you have 3.
There are 3 loose bills. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So pretty much the story is self-explanatory. Just want to mention something in the middle of the routine. I want to point that out, but other than that, I don't have to go over it. You show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The last 2 being the single ones. You remove 3. You remove 2. You remove 2 for the beer, 1 for the tip.
Mm-hmm. And those come out of the
pocket. But now you have the problem of this one. You need to put on the front for the next sequence. And the way I solved it, instead of doing this, or people when counting, they put on the front. What I do is, I was going to give a $2 tip, but I put it back and I put it in the front. So that's my way of getting rid of the gimmick, put it in front. So now I'm ready for the second pocket. So once again, the story about another beer, a tip. I was going to give another $1, but I kept it for myself. And you count 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now for the 3rd time, $2 bill, $1 tip, another $1 tip, put it back. When you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, you show and you split. You have to cut in the 3 and you switch. After you've done 3, on the 4th one. Because what's going to happen now, again, I don't know where I got this from. I think it's too obvious to be, not what I thought about it before. I don't know where, I don't think I've seen it before, but it should be out there. On the next beer, the $2 bills are 2 pockets. So I get rid of 2 pockets. The next tip is another pocket. So when I'm going to buy the rose, I have $3 left. So it's a pocket and 2 single ones.
Yeah, and it looks good. Yeah.
So, have you seen that before?
No.
I don't know where I got that from.
And every bit of that handling is so smooth. The idea of putting the $1 back when she's not looking covers the awkwardness, and then that switch, so well handled.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So now you got rid of the pockets, and you got this part where you got 3. In the moment where she's going to buy the rose, and the rose is $6, and you say, oh, it's not a problem because I always have. Oh. And then you snap, and you just pull out the bills out of the pocket, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You got your applause, and then The rose thing was an idea from Enrique Magu, a magician from Spain, a very good friend of mine. I've known Enrique since I was a kid, and he was the one who told me the idea of the rose. So here I pull out the rose, and I say the word, the last line will say, so I bought the rose, and she told me her secret, which I wish I knew. Her name was not Andrea, it's Andrew. And then you just kill the rose. You get a sound effect like, and it's just a good punchline, good comedy line. There's magic, there's engaging. The routine packs small, plays huge, is entertaining, is magical, has a funny ending, has a twist. What else can you ask for from this routine? So hope you like it as much as I have.
Yeah, very, very nice.
So moving on. From there, I'm going to keep asking for numbers. Well, not yet. Sorry, not yet.
Not yet?
I took it back. Now I say, casually put the hands in the pocket. I steal the thumb tip from the thumb tip pocket. So you want to see something incredible? Yes. Anybody has a $100 bill? And then you have plenty of cover to steal in the thumb tip, okay? And you get the joke, okay, not 100, maybe a 1. And I'll try to get from this side and from the other side. Please avoid using the 1 from a person that already has the envelopes, the big finish envelope. Sometimes they want to participate. You don't want the owner of the envelope or the custodian of the envelope to give you the bill too. So you need more people. So you ask for 2 bills. We need 2 bills. Yeah, we didn't think about that.
Well, let me see what I've got. I happen to have 2 singles. Yep.
Wow.
And they're in good shape.
Otherwise, we have to break.
That's right, and they're in good shape for this too, because one of them is new and one of them is used, which is good for explanation.
Okay.
And flies by in performance as well. Yeah.
I have a lot of subtleties too, so please bear with me.
Oh, sure.
It might be a little bit confusing, but it's a routine. It's worthwhile. It's memorable. It fries people. Okay. Yeah. So bear with me with this thing. Okay, as we said in the beginning, the 2 envelopes, they have the same bill. Tear it in half, and each have the matching bills on the envelopes. Now, you memorize the last 3 numbers. In this case, it's 144H. Okay, can you see? Yes. Mm-hmm. So memorize the last 3, 144H. Then, you like to make a clean tear. So I crease it first. I open. So now you're making sure you're making it a clean tear. Slowly take your time because you want clean tear. When you tear, I'm going to go this side. When you tear, I take this, my right hand, and move the big forward. It's hard to do with the thumb. Well, you can, but it doesn't always you get the grip. Don't always you get with the thumb tip. You cannot always do that. I'm not doing what I'm doing it now, but normally cannot do it. So that's why with the other hand, I just push it forward. So when I tear, on the relaxation, that I say, and I point. I want to point to this guy and say, "Don't. It's just a buck." On that thing, on that move, I'm stealing. It's just a buck. It's just $1. And you do the switch right there. So if you have $2 and you rip them in half, in this side you have both bills. In real life, if you wouldn't do the switch, there would be the two bills. Okay, so once again, The one memorized 144. Tear. I come down and I switch. It's just $1 and the attention on him. I recap. If I tear, you have half here, half of your bill, and half of your bill.
Which in point of fact now, because of the switch,
They're the same bill.
that's the one bill torn in half.
Yes, so half. This is the matching bill,
Yep.
and those are the matching halves.
Yep.
Now comes the subtlety. I say,
And I absolutely love this. I've been doing this for years and never, ever thought of this, and it's such a nice detail.
but there's a catch.
Okay.
Just like the cards across, that if you don't word it correctly, you can get screwed.
Yeah.
So let me go over this. So you say, bills have serial number. On the right-hand side, it's the same serial number as on the other side. So I have the serial number that matches yours and the serial number that matches yours. Let's recap. And you name the real one. I got that. I'm going to read the last 3 digits, so please verify. 050I. And then you move, and now you miscall the one you memorized, 144H. You need to say it second, because if you say first the miscall, 144, they go say yes. Mm-hmm. And what about the second one? You're screwed. So,
Yeah.
so you need to say 050AI, 144H, and they both say yes. Mm-hmm. So that's the first thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like a tossed out deck, in a way.
More or less.
Yeah.
So they cover in their hands, and they cover in their hands. And now, you say, this is the educational part of the show, where I'm going to show you how to separate real bills from false bills. You do a bill switch here. On performance, I got a little bit screwed here, but doesn't matter. Last night, since the flash bills are a little softer, it got bent inside the thumb tip. I got to work, but yeah, it was fine. Then I do the switch, like a regular bill switch. And while looking for the lighter, I switched. Now this is the flash bill. And you say, if it's a blue flame, it's a false bill. If it's a orange flame, it is real. Obviously, it's going to be real. I say, oh. And you play dumb. It was real. And there's a joke, and you have another one. All the old jokes you can use there. And then you say, but they did not vanish. They did not vanish. They travel into your hands. Open your hand, and it's not there. Okay. And then you say, open your envelope, there's a big finish. Mm-hmm. And they open. Boom. Oh, wait, sorry.
Yep.
Give it to the spectator.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm the spectator now. Is it a match? He'll say no. And I love that moment. Michael Lamar developed a switch which you avoid that awkward moment. But I love the awkward moment. I think it's good.
It too. Yeah. Yeah.
So don't try to get a switch to cover that. It's good. He says, no. You take it from his hand. You pretend to see. And when you go down, you do the switch. So you switched the one he had for the one that was in the envelope. So what do you mean no? Oh, give me your hand. So now you switch too. There's a simple thing to do. But now there's a catch. He knows the number. Mm-hmm. So if you give him back,
yeah, sure.
It has happened. If you're here, you do the switch. Okay. And if you go back to his guy, he'll say, this is not my bill.
And it's different. Yeah.
And you're screwed.
Oh, yeah.
So this is handling. Put your hand at this. Put your other hand on top. Mm-hmm. And then you go to this guy.
Yep.
So it's already covered. So he cannot see it. Okay? So now, is this your match? Boom, it is. So you got a miracle over here. Mm-hmm. Now for the finish, the other girl.
Yep. Let me get to that one.
So the finish. Boom, opens. I don't want to touch it. Go here. And now it's different, though. You got another catch. Wait, can you verify? And hold on.
Yeah.
If you then look, they're going to notice again the number change.
Sure.
But that's different. You say, is this number, you point to the first three. Mm. is this number the same as this number?
Yes.
And it's yes. They're going to see later, he can say you switch the number, but you don't want him
But
saying...
he's not going to quite understand how or why.
But you don't want him to say it on stage.
That's right.
He can say it in the bathroom, he can say it,
Yep.
but not on stage. So the question, when you hear the show to the camera, when you hear, you just point, is this number, go back, close, yeah. 603, is this number the same as here, as this one? And he'll say yes. Do not point out the last three, just the first three.
Yeah.
So he says yes, you got a miracle, you shake his hand, and he'll say something amazing, or she'll shake, and you fake. He said something. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, wait, stop the music. And you pretend he said something. Whoa. Let me explain something to you. I travel the whole world. I visited 40 countries. Every time I do this, people applaud and they laugh and they, how the hell half your bill ended up in that envelope and the other half ended up in the other envelope. You're the first one who said, put it back together. And you take a wink and you wink at the guy.
Yeah.
And it's a huge laugh.
Yeah.
You're the first who said, put it back together. God, it's not enough. And the other laugh and he's in on it. And they say, okay. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to give my farewell speech. I'm going to put the bills back together because I please my audience. I want to make my audience happy. Then I leave. Alexander, and I come back. Okay, so everybody got that? Okay?
Yeah.
But before that, and then you get...
Then you ask the numbers.
The last three numbers.
And I'm going to put this bill here. I'm going to do my backstage thing.
So it's between 43 and 56.
44.
And between 57 and 70.
60.
What was it, 44? Was it 44? Yeah. 44 and 60.
Mm-hmm. And now, backstage,
Yeah,
I filled them in, I fold it up, I put it
Yeah,
near the tongue.
Near the tongue, yes. So
I'm back on stage.
So I got the numbers. So a lot of hype.
Mm-hmm.
That bill has to be aligned, otherwise there's no work. Please make sure it's perfectly aligned.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure it's aligned. At the count of three, we're going to restore the bill. 1, 2, 3. And you take the tape out. Tape for you. Tape for you.
Yep, and you just slap it on. That's
yeah.
nice. Yep.
It's a funny moment.
Yeah.
It's laughter, and you walk on stage, and it's the end of the show.
Right.
And people go, Alexander. That's my chance, my opportunity to... Well, before I get to this, let me finish all the things before I get to that. The Alexander thing is a spin-off or a variation on a Mac King gag. Mac King used to say, Mac King, but he doesn't say it at the end of the show. In the middle of the show, he says, oh, this I say Mac, this is a King, Mac, and he leaves. I say I'm going to leave, and you call me back. It's a variation, but still was inspired on the Mac King thing. But that's my opportunity to steal the lottery thing. That's my chance to do that. And also I want to point out, or talked earlier about variation on the envelopes.
Oh, yeah.
As you saw earlier, I have also a set of small envelope. So sometimes, depends on the crowd. I did not do it last night, it was a family crowd. But when you have adults, and depends on the right environment, use your judgment. You have a big envelope, and you put mine. And the smaller envelope, you put yours. So at the beginning of the routine, when you hand this out, you take a guide, please stand up, raise your right hand. Can you say the truth, nothing but the truth, and the truth? What was the phrase? You say the truth, nothing but the
whole
truth,
and nothing but the truth.
Yes, I need a translation help, for example. Make sure you say that.
I know that phrase very well.
The reason you need to ask in this particular variation is because what's about to follow, there's a tendency people to change the answers. So you make sure you don't want him to change. Say, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. You have to say the truth, nothing but the truth, and the whole truth, or whatever the phrase goes. Mm-hmm. Yes. And you say only 1 yes or no answers. Nothing else but yes or no. Do I have 2 envelopes?
Yes.
Imagine this is the small envelope. Suppose for now this is a small envelope. I have 2 envelopes.
Yes.
Yes. 1 envelope is mine, 1 envelope is yours. And you flip it over and they see yours and mine.
Yes.
Mine is bigger than yours.
Yes.
They have to say yes. And it's
Hilarious.
funny stuff. And you see the hesitation. You're under oath. You're under oath. And they will say yes, but, or no, yes or no. Not buts. Mine's bigger than yours. Yes. Okay. And then you say to the guy to stay there for a second. Then you go to a girl. Please stand up. You're the girl now.
Okay.
You want yours or mine? Mine or yours?
I'll take mine.
If they say mine, you give them the one that says mine.
Yeah.
Okay? If they say yours, yours, oh, you want mine, and you give it mine. So either way, you give them mine. And well, before you put it away, you say, we need to close the envelope, seal the envelope the old-fashioned way. There's only one way to do it, and I'll do it with you. So you open the tab, and you lick the tab. And then you say, you licked mine, I licked yours, I don't even know your name. And it depends on the audience, it gets a huge laugh.
Yeah.
Just licked mine, I licked yours, I don't even know your name. Put it on the chair, sit on it, and then you go to the guy, put it in your back pocket, and the guy sits. And then you go to the girl, to her, say to the girl, say, and you're sitting on top of mine. She says, yes, huge laugh. And then you go to the guy and say, what's behind you? Or what's on your back? It's yours. And you get a huge laugh. And it's a running gag through the show. In the middle, later on you go, you're still sitting on mine, on top of mine?
Yeah.
What's behind your back?
What's your, oh, yes.
It's yours.
Yours.
Yeah.
I'm the guy now, yeah. I'm sitting on mine, and yours is behind my back. You're absolutely right, though, especially in this day and age. You got to be a little careful where you
use your
present
judgment.
that. So absolutely, I think the most appropriate place is obvious. If you're a teenager just starting out, do this for the church picnic. They will absolutely love it.
And one final thought. The drawback or the slight drawback on using the big finish, because that's my other variation. When it depends on the crowd, use the big finish or the mine and yours. Sometimes it happens you have a bad crowd. The audience is not engaging, and you want to cut the show short. But if you use a big finish, you cannot just skip it. You have to do it. So if you have a bad crowd and they're heckling, and you cannot just get away with what happened, it doesn't make sense. So make sure if you're going to do the big finish, you have a good crowd. So that's it with this part of the.
Cool.
So we're wrapping up. We're done with that. Now I restore the bill with the tape. I leave on the Alexander. Backstage, I pick up the lottery ticket. Normally I would dump whatever's in my pocket, have my pockets clean. And I will put the lottery ticket, and I walk out with the needle and the tongue. The reason I do something is a quickie, because I don't want to walk right back out and go straight into the lottery. You need to break that moment. You need to stretch or make them forget you ever went out. So this is the gag. You can find any other quickie you want. Any other quickie you like to use, but this works great. You just have the tongue, and while going up, looks real. And I like, before I pierce the needle, like I'm about to get pain. It looks real, right? And it gets a huge laugh. I'm a magician, not an idiot, or any comment you want to use. But again, I just do this to separate me going out and coming back in. But you can use any other thing you would like to do. Also, you might load the bottle. For my previous lecture, I showed a bottle holder, if you remember. Also, sometimes I would get the lottery and get a bottle with that excuse. And I would do, it's time to celebrate and produce the bottle. So it'll be a good time to load that. So now you're like, oh, I don't know what to do now. I'm here, thank you, I'm flattered. You load the lottery in finger palm, yeah. So from here, it's in my right hand, from here, just to justify I'm palming something, I lift the hook by the cord, by the leash. Then I pass the leash or the cord or lanyard, how do you call this, over and display with the thin palm in my hand. It's better than here having this palm. You've been watching you point to somebody, you've been watching, nobody has touched it. Then this hand goes up, and you're palming here. And from here, you immediately go to pick it up. You squeeze to get sucked in, and then you produce the other one. And it's very clean. Cesaral, he has a gimmick. It's like $2,000 to produce the lottery. And when I first saw it, I've been doing this for 10 years now. I'm tempted to buy that, but this cost me anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it does the same thing. So from here, from the front, you're palming the thing, you pick it up here, you point the paper out, go up, and you say, okay. I don't know if one last time, which I think pretty much you got it, but just in case. Here. And it's clean. And you hold nothing in my hand. Hold on to the
Yep. Sure.
Okay, put it away. Can you please open it? Tell me what is it? What is it?
It's a lottery ticket.
It's a lottery ticket. And then I give this story. It's a symbolic thing. And you saw the performance, what it means, whatever. And then say, I'm going to play these numbers on the... Oh, I left the marker. I needed the marker back. And then I say, I'm going to play those numbers. Again, the reason I use this number from here, from 1 to 13, is because I want to reveal them in order.
Yep.
You don't have to do that, but what will happen is 12, 48, 92, it'll go up and down. So
Sure.
in this case, you go in order. So what's the numbers you're going to play?
Well,
I'm going to play after the show. Make sure the person's not looking at you.
Uh-huh.
Because I've had people in the past saying he's a stooge, and he's looking at the blackboard, naming these numbers.
Yeah.
So don't look at me looking away,
Yep.
facing away, name those numbers.
Yep. So we'll see how well I did backstage. So I've got 12, 22, 31, 44, and 60.
And you can't get stronger than that. It's strong. On last night's performance, I got 2 bad people to name it, and they couldn't read it and slow down the pace. One of those things that happen is real life. But there's this.
Yeah, seriously, I think that even though the pace goes a little bit off, and it's not the best, it's not optimum, it's still such a great trick.
It is.
Eventually, the audience.
But with the right
realizes
pace,
what's going on.
with the right pace, right time, the right music, the kicker music at the end, and everything, it's standing ovation material.
Sure.
When you say that I hit the lottery with you guys, the story, the motivation is saying that with you guys, I feel I win the lottery.
Yeah, it's a nice connection.
Yeah, and so it's great closer.
Yeah.
So then, that's it.
Well, I'll tell you. In this whole set of stuff, you've actually done, I think, 3 versions of tricks that I've always wanted to do that I've never done because I've never liked any of them. But you've done the best of those ever.
Really?
Right?
Well,
yeah, really.
Which are they?
Just in this set. Well, the lottery is definitely one of them. That has got to be the most direct, most practical, and involving for the audience. I love the way it flows through, where numbers are coming at random times, because you got their gears turning early on in the show, and they don't know why they're saying numbers. And then at the end, it's one of those dream tricks that just stays with them. It's a perfect time to do it. Plus the fact that you've scripted it to be charming. I've never seen a lottery prediction have so much charm before. So that one for sure. And then the impromptu stand-up version of Cards Across. Just all of the nuances, all of the touches and the details there. And the third, I've always loved Grant's, but you've got some nice work on some of the things, the subtleties that are there. So that's also part of it. But there was one. Well,
you like the slates. You mentioned the slates at the beginning.
No, I'll tell you what it is. It's it's the Bill repeat.
Oh.
I have never enjoyed a Bill repeat ever because I've never seen one that has so much purpose, so much sensible repetition in why that the story builds, and I've never liked any of the gimmicked handlings because of that awkward extra move that you've dealt with. Oh, so you've dealt with all of these things. Honestly,
There's evidence that this routine has been done for years.
that's what I'm talking. It's evidence that it's really well thought out. So even though you probably still have a lot of stuff sitting on your table that's been there for years, your process works. It definitely works for you because by the time that you get that refined for the show, I think you've thought of everything. It's a wonderful act. The audience loved it, but obviously, coming from a performer's standpoint, it's practical and smart.
I'm flattered. I know what's coming from Dan Harlan. He's seen everything. You've seen everything. You've seen
Well, and the biggest surprise to me was the Bill repeat. I've never wanted to do one. I've seen so many of them, and I kind of like the repeat thing. But I'll definitely do this.
And with money makes much more sense than with cards.
Yeah.
With money.
I love the whole story too because that's the thing. That particular story, you can work it for a bawdy crowd in a comedy club if you want to, or you can work it for a family crowd like you saw last night.
It's subtle.
It works out really nice.
It's fine. And
I loved all the material. Very, very wonderful show, wonderful material, and really good thinking. I just can't say enough about it. Thanks so much, Ronald, for bringing it to us. We'll definitely have you back when you get some of the other ones. Maybe we'll have you come and do a little bit bigger show if we can do that. Or we'll come down to Puerto Rico because
that'll be nice.
I've wanted to visit, so maybe that'll be cool. Thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Keep it going for Reynold Alexander, everybody. Nice job. Well done. Reynold Alexander.